I'm here in this summit organized by UCLG, and I had the opportunity to deliver on peer review diplomacy in the summit. Peer review, generally I would say, is a kind of assessment of institutions' performance over a period. And we in Sierra Leone, as chairman of both district council, that is a country that has been plagued with a lot of crises: civil war, Ebola crisis, mudslide, etc. We have experienced a lot of devastation, and therefore at this moment we are in high gear to rebuild our country. So as leaders, we believe that we need to assess our institutions, and they will be able to plan better for service delivery. That was the main motivation. I invited UCLG to go and do peer review of my council so that we will plan properly. And from that peer review exercise that was conducted in May 2019, I had the opportunity to be here and share our experiences. And like I said here earlier, the major benefit of the peer review after we received the report is very tremendous. One, we have been able to get citizens' trust. The people now rely on the local council because they saw us transparent. We bring them on board in our planning and execution processes, and therefore they are ready to support so that we'll be able to deliver and meet their mandates. There is also trust on the part of government in the local councils and the local councils association. We have been crying for better devolution, better decentralization after 60 years starting, and now because of our loud cries, the government has listened, and they have launched the review process in our country. That is the benefit of the peer review that was conducted, and greatly we have been able to get the attention of our people to pay more revenues for council administration. That is the most difficult side for every local council in the world. How do you ask their people to pay more for their own improvement? And until they see the reasons, until they understand why they should pay and for which services, they are always often reluctant. But the peer review brought us together, brought understanding, sharing experiences, learning from each other, and now they are ready to pay. So that is a very big benefit. And even our international partners are now supportive of the actions of the local councils. As I'm speaking in my country, the European Union and the UNDP are now even preparing to support local councils association to escalate the peer review process to the other local councils in the country, because it's a benchmark of transparency, and that is a hallmark for governance institutions. That is a pillar in the SDG. If we want to achieve the global goals we have set ourselves, until leaders are transparent, until leaders are open, until we bring everybody on board in the execution of our programs, we will not be able to achieve that one. And I think peer review can bring those elements on board, which is very, very important. You are very correct. I think that is a critical element, and that is where the change is necessary. Very often, leaders will not want to be assessed. Leaders will not want to be questioned about their actions, and it makes it very challenging. And those are the critical elements in governance. Even where they may be doing well, but because it's kept in the box and the people's perception always prevail, then leaders are always in trouble to fail. So peer review as an assessment, peer review is demand driven. It's not imposed. That the leader, the institution has to feel that I need to be assessed. I need to understand my situation. That is important about assessment. Self-evaluation. For me, in fact, it's a very good benchmark. For you to understand your situation, where am I starting from? What is the benchmark and how do I want to go? So if leaders are open to this process, then they'll be able to get the people's attention to support them more. But when things are done in the dark, no matter what you do, the people will always get misconception about anything you do. And the peer review is not an audit, like you have said. It is not an examination. It is not a fact-finding mission or fault-finding mission. But it's a transparency mechanism where you bring all the key players together to discuss challenging issues in their communities and to recommend the way forward in moving with their programs. That is peer review. It is different from other evaluations that are imposed on people. And the peer review is a standardized system of assessment that involves people that have deep understanding of the institution. For instance, the local councils. You are not going to take people from outside world to come and assess the local councils. It is people that are grounded in local council administration, in the running of local councils, that are brought on board to do the assessment process, because they understand and they'll be able to bring proper recommendations that can move the institutions forward. Unlike other assessments where they can take anybody and they go assess, that can bring a lot of misunderstandings and the problems in institutions. So that is a very good value I think peer review has. And one thing here is that is what we call peer. It is your colleagues, your partners that will come to assess your situation. And it's a dialogue process, it's a learning process, and a shared understanding and knowledge. So it's not just assessment, we are able to learn. And above all, you'll be able to build partnership with other institutions that will come to assess your institution. And it's like together, you are learning from their own experience, and then you are building on that to be able to plan better for service delivery.